Hi guys, welcome to the first podcast that I'm going to start, and basically a short story I'm going to tell you about this before I introduce to the guest जो है मेरे सामने. And this, like I said, was a dream project जो मेरे mind में था since 2 years, because since 2 years I'm watching a lot of podcast and I'm listening to a lot of podcast. I thought कि यार क्यों ना maybe start करो, someday, like I started vlogging. And vlogging का तो था यार, मतलब it's been like 5 years का dream था वो. It took me 5 years to start vlogging. So that happened, and this thing which I really wanted to start, वो बोलते हैं ना कि you didn't get that what do you say, एक पॉइंट आना चाहिए या फिर एक मोमेंट आना चाहिए लाइफ में वेर यू गेट कि हाँ मुझे अभी आई कैन स्टार्ट दिस राइट नाउ, ओके आई हैव दी थिंग्स दैट आई हैव टू स्टार्ट दिस थिंग. एंड मी बीइंग फ्रॉम वसई, ठीक है, मी बीइंग फ्रॉम वसई, व्हाट आई थॉट कि व्हाई नॉट प्रमोट like local talent. So the guest that I have right now with me is from Vasai, and she is doing really good, be it travel or food. Okay, she is a multi-talented person in both ways, and I have watched her a lot of YouTube videos and reels, and she is doing fantastic in both. And due to her recommendations of food ना, me being into fitness, वो एक रहती है ना कि एक cheat meal भी हो जाए. So I do have visited those places which I was not aware of कि हाँ ये places भी है करके in Vasai and in Bombay. So I have I'm really thankful to this person who gave me this recommendation. And without wasting any time, let's welcome the first guest of this podcast. So this is vrittikhawani.
Hello, hi, thank you for such a lovely introduction.
So welcome to this
nice
podcast.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad you started finally. I mean, after you found your moment.
I really found my moment. It's very difficult to find that moment.
Sometimes. Yes.
And sometimes people demotivate हो जाते हैं लाइफ में कि यार नहीं करना है.
Okay. But I'm glad you are working on this, and I can see it's very professional setup and nice.
This is my first time. I'm trying my best.
Oh, you are doing great. It's so much better than normally. Like amateur नहीं लग रहा है. It is looking professional. So I'm glad. I'm happy.
Thank you. So the first question I'm going to ask you before I start the podcast. You must have watched other podcasts and must have heard podcasts.
Yes, I have.
Any of the podcasts that you want to tell me which you have heard or you have watched?
I listened to the Ranveer show.
Oh my God. That guy is an inspiration to me.
Yeah, I do not watch his YouTube videos, vlogs, but I do love his podcasts, and I listen to them religiously because you get to learn new things and things you did not know of. And I learned about crypto through his podcast, learned about mythology, learned about history, and so many things. So yeah, that is one person.
भाई अगर आप ये वीडियो देख रहे हो ना, definitely you're going to watch, because I'm going to send this clip to you, okay? Because if you watch this,
I hope.
Thank you for inspiring me to do this, because I've watched your podcast and I watch your podcast every time you upload it. So thank you so much. So Vritti, you are from Vasai, okay? So what I'm going to ask you is, when you hear the word Vasai, what comes in your mind the first time?
I would say underrated. It's very unexplored, and people do not know how Vasai is a gem. So I always say that, you know, you get best of both worlds when you're in Vasai. You get a rural side of it, you get urban side of it. If you want to have a city life, nightlife, you have places. If you want to go and just find yourself in nature, you have places for that as well. You want to go to the beach, there's beach. If you want to climb you want to go for a trek, there is a hill. You can do that. So it's underrated, and I believe the reason, like, that is one reason that it is still, you know, intact. Like the culture is still there, the greenery is still there. So yeah, underrated.
So
I would
it's
say.
like you get everything.
Best of everything.
Best of everything, like be it beach,
mountains, city, nightlife, good food.
Tell me about something about yourself, like how you came into this food vlogging and travel vlogging.
Okay, so it started when I was in college. I had taken mass media as my for my graduation this course. So my plan was to become a travel journalist, travel anchor for channels like Nat Geo, Discovery.
Okay.
So for that was like a big far-fetched goal for me at that time. So I thought, let's start, and I started with an internship with Curly Tails.
Yes,
so
I have watched your video with Curly Tails, definitely, yes.
Yeah, so when we started, I think we were her first hire, and then I and my other friend, she knew Kamya, and that's how we got the internship. And you know, she also needed some help, and we were there. So we did approximately 2 months ka internship, and then we had our final year. So we went back to studying. Then after my graduation, I applied again and worked with Curly Tails for like around 8-9 months, and it was amazing. I learned a lot over there, and that is when I got into digital space. So before that, I had in between I had started my YouTube, where I was posting random videos. Like my first ever video was a Goa montage. So I had it was shot on phone, and of course, since that day till today, my dad has always been behind the camera. So
I'll come to that topic about your dad, because I have seen your dad has been a role model and a person who is helping you a lot.
Majorly, he's been a great help.
I have a question regarding that, about parents and people, like children's passion, how it's related. So how was the experience with Curly Tails?
It was amazing. So you get to learn a lot of new things. The thing is that you work a lot over there, so you do not get a lot of time for yourself. But the thing is, you enjoy what you're working. Like the work is there, and you enjoy it. It's like something you can't consider it as work, because you're just, you know, finding out good places to travel, talking to a community of food and travel enthusiasts, running contests. I used to also write video sketches, like the script for video sketches, and produce them, and sometimes act in them. So, you know, weekly one video we used to produce, where it was types of foodies, types of people who come to office, types of dancers, types of people around Valentine's. So it was really fun, and it was like a teamwork. So your team becomes your family. It is like that, and till today we are in touch.
This is a very deep thing you said, that team becomes a family.
Yeah, because you spend a lot of time over there. You're spending more than a day, more than half of the day with them. Like you start your work at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. You are there till 7 p.m., 8 p.m. sometimes. So you know, you're spending your day with them. So automatically, you know, you get that bond.
Okay. So you had a pretty good time.
Yes, I learned a lot over there. I think majority of what I am doing right now is something I've learned at my job with Curly Tails.
Okay, nice. That's something new to hear.
Yeah.
When I say about food, like foodie, were you foodie from before? मतलब पहले से foodie थी कि like अब से like you?
I think thanks to my metabolism, I have always been a foodie. Like I always go and order food people are sometimes shocked that ये इतना कैसे खा रही है, and I always get asked that how are you still not overweight or something like that. So I also work out, that is true, but it's majorly metabolism, and I always have been a foodie at home, at restaurants. Even I remember during my work time, that time I was not vlogging, but I would still, you know, almost every evening I would go out and find some street stall to, you know, eat at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So being a foodie gave you an advantage of what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it does not feel like work right now. So I know that even if I'm not earning tomorrow out of this, I would still love to do it because it is not work for me. It is something I enjoy.
So you get to eat a lot of good food, new food.
Yes. Yeah, that's one perk of being a food blogger. You get to eat a lot of good food. But sometimes cold because you're busy clicking photos, so
Okay.
ठंडा हो जाता है.
Okay. That is the new trend that is happening.
Yeah.
पहले photo खींचो and then. Okay. So what is the first like food that you have tried for the first time when you started this thing?
I remember one very unique food which was in Vasai only,
Okay.
and I had gone there for Curly Tails ka shoot. So it was at Brew Corner, which is no longer functioning right now, but they had this what do you call it, like a really big tower of dessert. I
Tower
can't
of
recall.
dessert?
I can't recall the name, but it had waffles, brownies, ice creams, bunch of like waffle cones. I
मतलब
can't recall the name.
एक ही दिन में दांत.
So you're supposed to definitely share that. It was really huge. I think it was called Jenga Dessert. I'm not sure.
Is it still there or like?
No, the Brew Corner is no longer fun. Big
okay.
Little Bombay आ गया उसकी
Oh
जगह.
yes, right. But
Yeah.
any alternate to this have you seen?
I have not seen that place, that similar thing yet anywhere else.
Anywhere else, no.
It was loaded. It was really nice, and that was, I think, one video I did for Curly Tails, and I remember that unique food.
So this was the first that you ever tried.
First new dish
First new
which
dish.
I had tried, and the video had gone viral. Yeah.
That is the thing. Okay, nice. I guess I need to see this video.
Oh yes, it's 4 years old, I think.
I need to scroll back and I have to see this video. I need to
Maybe
see
I can fetch a link for you and I'll share it.
I need to see that big.
Yeah, it is, but it's no use now because it's no longer available. So.
But still, maybe you can get in Bombay side or like.
I hope I've not seen that somewhere else, but maybe somewhere.
Something similar to that
Similar,
in the
possible.
smaller size or something like that. You must have
Possible.
checked, no?
Not, I've not seen it, but there is a possibility कि होगा कहीं पर.
Okay. So, talking about food blogging, what about travel blogging? Being a travel, like what does it feels to be a travel blogger?
It feels awesome. I know थोड़ा cliched answer है, but my type of travel is not luxurious travel.
Okay.
I travel local, like I use public transport, I walk at times because the best way to explore a city is to walk around it, so that you have that time to wait and look at things, talk to people, talk to locals. So you get to learn a lot, and that learnings you remember because it's not something you sat in the class and you ratified. It's something you actually experienced. So yeah, it feels awesome.
Don't you think the travel blogger is also a storyteller?
Yeah, that is true. You have to be a good storyteller so that you can convey your emotions, your feelings through a blog. A vlog is actually a part of like you have to cover all the senses. I know people can't smell, people can't feel the things that you feel, but you have to describe it in a way that they actually feel that they are there. So yeah, you have to be a good storyteller for that.
Like we have to make the audience feel that they are inside that place and they are exploring that place.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because me being a travel blogger, I understand this thing. I understand what we have to do behind the scenes that people don't know. Okay, pura camera setup karo and talk to the camera. Even though
people looking at you.
Yes.
Like क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे?
What is this person speaking and what is speaking to what thing? Okay, and your hand starts paining. Then you have to switch the.
I have a very tiny camera, so for me it's easy. Sometimes I shoot on my phone, so it's very convenient for me. My hands don't pain as much, but I know people who use like DSLRs and high-end cameras. उनके लिए थोड़ा difficult होता है.
I understand.
You build. I think this is because of holding camera.
I understand. मैं तो tripod पकड़ता हूँ with the DSLR. Both are heavy. The thing is, when you love doing what you do, you don't find any cons in the thing. Right. Because you love to do that and you feel like कि इसको करते रहना है. ठीक है. And if I talk about travel thing, okay, which is the first place that you ever visited?
Ever, as in I've like as a family we've been traveling since I was not even like 1.5 year, 2 year old.
Okay.
So there are plenty of places, but I don't recall those. First place that I visited with an intention of creating content, I would say, was Goa. That is where I made Goa montage.
Okay.
So before that I did all the prepping, like कैसे shots लेने हैं, यहाँ से यहाँ transition कैसे होगी. So yeah, I think like from content creator point of view, I think Goa was the first place.
First place.
Yeah.
Like professionally?
No, it was also it was actually a family trip, and it was just like you can say byproduct of the family trip.
Okay.
Like we were going to places and I was shooting videos with help of my dad, and then that video is out.
So when was this back?
This was also 4-5 years ago. Very so I told you, like when I started YouTube, I was posting very inconsistently, like एक अभी डाला फिर 3-4 महीने गायब फिर बाद में डाला. Now I'm very regular. अभी मुझे 2 साल से I've started being very consistent. On Instagram I post one piece of content every day. Stories तो रोज ही होती है, post or a reel every day. Then on YouTube I try and post twice a week, once a week. But earlier it was not like that. Earlier it was just random.
Yeah. So when did this start, like consistency, like last
year? Since past 2 years,
2 years, when
I was sent on leave without pay from my job.
Okay.
So I had no work. Yeah.
I get this thing.
Yeah.
I get this thing. So now talking about travel and food. Is there a backstory behind this? Ki you always wanted to do this, or how this came into existence? Ki mujhe travel vlogging karna hai, food vlogging karna hai.
I think it was all back to childhood, because when I was very young, my dad developed a sense of like it was him who inspired me to travel a lot, because he would take us, I and mom, to different places, to local places. He would talk to local people. Even today, when I and my dad go out, he's the one approaching locals and talking to them, learning about them, knowing their lifestyle.
Okay.
So I think it is because mainly my dad, and food ke liye it is watching TV. I would watch a show called Eat Street.
Okay.
And there's a show, it's amazing. If you don't want to crave things, then don't watch. But if you want to, like if you're a foodie like me, you would love that, because they show food trucks all around US, I believe. Because I was very small, I did not know places and things. I just knew that food is being made and it looks delicious and tempting. So they show, how the food is made, and it has quite inspired me. So you'll notice sometimes I try my best to put making shots also, but kabhi like restaurant doesn't allow us to go inside the kitchen at times. So but I would love to show making shots, because they are so like sizzling ka awaaz.
Have you captured one of those any time in your?
I have tried. So so there's this truck called Roller Meals near Chimaji ground. So with them, we tried to create a similar video like Eat Street does. So it's on YouTube, and we have done all making shots, and uska sara sound and wo sab dala hai. So I tried like little homage to the.
But you want to do this?
Oh yes.
On a bigger scale.
I would love to, like little bit of making, not entirely, because nobody would love to share the recipe, of course, but little bit of making. But sometimes restaurants are like, it's not like the kitchen is busy, and they don't want us to bring cameras, because other people get conscious, and I understand, totally respect that.
So basically your dad has helped you, pushed you in.
Yes, for travel he has inspired me.
Okay.
Even now also, like he's the one who's showing me things, telling me that this is a new place. Like we do a lot of local travel, not like domestic, like international या कुछ. But yeah, we do share a lot of things online. कि यहाँ पे ये चीज़ है, यहाँ पे ये चीज़ है. We can sometime visit in future.
So you want to convey any message to your father?
I mean, he has been like whatever I say, words cannot describe the how grateful I am. My mom as well, like my mom, dad, both have been like a great support. Honestly, without them, it would have been difficult. Even today also, like I go out a lot, and I also have a dog at home. So my mom takes care of that dog. Although she was against that dog, but now she loves that dog a lot. So it's both of them, and I would like to say that I wish many other, I wish all parents were like that.
Not all, I can say. very few. Like now coming to a parent side,
हाँ.
when they came to know that तुझे ये करना है, what was their first reaction कि तुझे ये क्यों करना है? Because you said you have done like mass media, right?
Yeah, journalism.
Journalism. So when you told them कि मुझे ये करना है, so what was the reaction कि?
They did not oppose or anything. Since very beginning they supported. मेरा कोई ऐसे struggle story नहीं है, but they have like always been very supportive. Even of the stupid things I do, even stupid experiments I do at home. किसी चीज़ को बचपन में I used to do, not now, but किसी 2-3 चीज़ को ऐसे mix up करके कुछ करना. They have always been supportive of that.
That is very nice.
Yeah, it's very surprising also, and they are very what do you say? They are not. They're very open-minded. They are open to anything. Like even if I come out with some very bizarre idea or bizarre thought, they'll be like, okay, fine. We'll support you unless and until you're not in danger. We are cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they are very supportive.
Extremely supportive.
That is really nice.
Yeah. Very
nice to hear that.
Grateful.
So like I have seen people and few of the parents की ये नहीं करना है.
I know, yeah. I know, yeah.
What will you get doing this? You know, it's a waste of time. Or you can do it for like passion के लिए करना तो कर ले as a part time.
Right.
करना है तो. Otherwise don't do it. I've seen like few of the talents like going down because they didn't get the support from parents. But this is really good that you're getting like a positive support from your parents, which is really nice.
It would have been difficult. Although I have this rebel quality, I would have still done it, but it would have been little difficult. But now it's nice to know that I do have a support, a safety net.
I've seen like your dad and your mom in a few of your videos.
Yeah.
In your reels. Like, I guess your dad, most of it, he takes the videos.
Yeah, he's behind the camera most times. Yes. So,
nice. I mean, आप देख रहे हो people.
Yeah.
They have a supportive parents, so you should have such thing कि parents support करना चाहिए,
Yeah. So the thing is, earlier even they did not understand this concept of content creator on social media because they are not from the generation where there was Facebook, YouTube since the very beginning. So they don't understand exactly कि क्या हो रहा है. Now they have, because now entire day it's about this only. But earlier I had to like little bit of there was an explanation session that ये होता है, and there are people who also make make a lot of money. So once you show them examples, once you sit down and talk to them, explain it to them in their language, so that becomes easier.
Very much. Like when you tell them कि हाँ, I am generating revenue from what I'm doing.
Or in future there is a scope that I might generate money and much more than what I'll do from a normal job. So.
Okay. But if I'm gonna ask you, अगर ये नहीं करना था, so you said you did mass media, तो वहाँ से तो what would you have done like apart from this?
So I would have had a social media marketing agency, which I did for last 2 years, which I shut in April because it was no longer serving to my purpose. So that's the one. But I would have then focused on that because that was also something I enjoyed, not as much as I enjoy blogging, but it was something I really liked to do. So I would be maybe an agency owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any blogger that has inspired you?
Kritika Goyal. I love her work. She does mostly travel videos, and the way she explains, it's on point. No crap. It's all like, it is what it is. Aisa. Okay. It's really nice to watch her videos.
I have watched her videos definitely. Anything you want to say to those beginners who are thinking to do travel vlogging or food vlogging? Any advice you want to give them?
So this is one thing I always say, that if you're waiting for tomorrow, that tomorrow will never come. You have to start, and then also like हमेशा first video इतना best नहीं होता. It is shitty, and that's how you learn.
Definitely.
And we have to learn the difference between criticism and hate. Like there should be a constructive feedback, constructive criticism, and there's a difference between just like तेरे से नहीं होगा, ये नहीं होगा. It's not a feedback that is just demotivating. But if somebody is telling that अरे ये angle ऐसा रखना चाहिए, lighting ऐसी होनी चाहिए, that is criticism, that is constructive. So
coming on this point about criticism, Any bad criticism that you have received while doing this from?
You know, almost every day I get a lot of negative comments. Thanks to Instagram filter, वो मुझे आजकल दिखते नहीं हैं, but like now Instagram has these filters where you can, you know, mute certain words that you don't get to see those. So, yeah. But sometimes people take this effort to write you an email that is hateful, but sometimes people also take effort to write a very lovely appreciating email. So
any hateful mail that you have received you want to share?
Some time back, it was about my pronunciation of the name Maria. So, man, I mean, a guy, I don't know what to now refer him, like how to address him, because उसके ऊपर भी उसने मुझे डांटा है. He was elderly, I believe, but I think it was a fake account also. So he wrote me an email that, you know, you should have certain, what do you say, you should consider, you should be sensitive towards all this. And to my knowledge, I was saying it correctly. And even the guys, there's a Maria's Cafe in Vasai. So we were shooting a video there. Like we did a YouTube video, and from there he picked certain things and he wrote very long email on that. Yeah. Yeah, and when I replied to him saying that, you know, Mr. his name, I don't remember his name. So he said, I did not give you permission to refer to me with my name or whatever. I was like, okay. Yeah.
So you were like, even I didn't give permission to tell me what.
I said, see, your comment was, your feedback was unsolicited. I did not ask for it. And I don't think, I mean, I'll try to make it correct, but I don't find how to make it, like, I really till date I don't know how to pronounce it in a different way. Maria is Maria.
Okay.
What else to say?
Maria?
Yeah.
Maria.
I know. But
or maybe Maria or Maria. Somewhere people say Maria also and Maria also.
Okay.
It depends on the accent that they use.
I'll just, I mean, the owner of that cafe, the way he was pronouncing, I just said it that way. So I think he would.
I'm really sorry अगर किसी का नाम Maria
and I did not mean any offense. No disrespect.
No, I have people in my family, like in my close family, whose name is Maria. So differs होता है कि, you know, you call them Maria or Maria. Okay. So that is not an issue.
To him it was. Yeah.
So he got the answer that he.
I replied and then I blocked him because I don't want him I don't want that satisfaction for him that, you know, he can reply and then I read. He should know that I did not.
So यहाँ पे beef चालू हो जाता है. Okay. Any negative comment or review where you like you read or you heard about it and you got like demotivated somewhere कि यार ये क्यों बोला मुझे?
Earlier it was like
some
that.
phase of that life.
Earlier it was like that, not anymore. Now I know कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, मुझे कैसे improve करना है.
So any short description will give क्या हुआ था and why, like how it demotivated you and what you felt and what you thought about it.
I honestly don't remember, but there have been like comments in past that they say that I laugh too much in videos or I smile too much in videos. So, but I'll not stop because I know that is me. That is how genuinely I am. I don't have that, you know, dead face all the time. So when I'm talking to somebody or when I'm looking at camera, I'll of course smile. I'll not like. No, not me.
Not you.
Yeah, fine. You can find there are many other food bloggers who might fit your style of, you know.
But you got like demotivated that
Not
time?
so much. Like I just ignored. I deleted that comment.
Okay.
That's it. I have that power. So
you
why
are
not
very
use
rebel.
it? Yeah.
मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But in the past.
Past में your community is small, so people who actually know you, they comment. So that time it was good, but that happens. Okay, there was this one time. Earlier, this is something new. Earlier on my Instagram, I would do makeup videos.
This is like common.
Yeah,
very common.
I wanted to get into makeup space, but now I do not want to get into that because. But once, like, I don't know, unfortunately I would say one video went viral where I was doing a basic makeup, and the makeup community is very brutal at times. So they were like बहुत सारा comments आया गंदा गंदा, like बहुत गंदा as in like सब पे criticize हो रहा था, मजाक उड़ा रहे थे, the products I was using they were making fun of that. So that kind of demotivated. उसके बाद मैंने makeup videos नहीं बनाए. नहीं बनाए.
I won't do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was a thing that you thought कि मुझे इस फील्ड में नहीं जाना है.
हाँ, मतलब it was something not even like I did not even enjoy as much. So yeah, like thanks to Curly Tails also that I found that food and travel is something I really enjoy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Any dream destination that you want to travel?
South Korea. Yeah.
Now coming to South Korea, like I've seen in your videos that you do this.
Yeah, this is a Korean heart.
Yes, because I have my cousin sister who is a big huge fan of like
K-dramas.
Yes. If you're watching this, okay, then I guess she has shown me K-pop like from like 2016 I guess.
Yeah.
And there were like dramas and some games at that time.
Games.
Live game like where you have to like hide and you have to like how Mr. Beast does, na? The game. So
like Squid Games.
But
no, what is that? Squid Games ही था.
But in that मरना नहीं था. You have to search and you have to hide or you have to search something ऐसा. And you have to eliminate something. So उस time से I was like okay, K-pop, and there is something community called as South Korea में कुछ ऐसा होता है.
Yeah.
But it's a very beautiful place which I've seen.
It is.
So that's your dream destination that you have to go and.
Yeah, and right now because that has been on my list since past 2-3 years, and I think I want to really go there. And it's I think वहाँ पे ज़्यादा touristy places नहीं होंगी, but the local life that is there and food that is there. That is.
So you want to try the. Have you tried any South Korean food in Bombay or?
Yes, but they are packed, so they are not like really good tasting foods, but something you can like चला लेंगे ऐसा.
What was that food?
So there's tteokbokki. It is rice cake, like a round rice cake, which you have it in a very spicy gravy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's buldak bukkomyeon, which is a very spicy ramen.
Okay, so this was like your first dish that you tried.
Korean dish, yeah. We also tried bingsu, which is actually like हमारे यहाँ पे बर्फ का गोला कैसे होता है, similar to that, but it's on the plate and they have lot of cream and all of that on that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Interesting.
And if you see Korean language, the spoken, like the way they talk, and Hindi, the sentence framing is very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah. So if you say मेरा नाम वृत्ति है, so वहाँ पे भी like चौनन इरनम वृत्ति ऐसा.
You know Korean? Like
little bit. I'm learning little bit.
Learning little bit. Any word or some sentence you know that you want to tell?
सी मैंने ना 6-7 महीने से पढ़ाई करी नहीं है कोरियन की, सो मेरा पूरा आई डोंट नो, जो मैंने पहले बोला वो भी सही था. नानन मतलब नानन इज मी. There's plenty of things. If you want me to say something, you please share a sentence. I'll try to translate if I can.
Very basic, like how are you? Or hello. Basic.
Hello is annyeonghaseyo, and annyeonghaseyo. Like there's a different, like when you come, they say annyeonghaseyo, and then annyeonghaseyo means when you go. Okay. I might be totally wrong. Please, sorry. I can't wait for another email now. This is not how you pronounce.
Get it from a Korean guy or Korean.
No, they are very kind actually. I know few Korean. Like people from Korea who live in India, and they are very kind. Like they in fact find it very funny, not actually offensive.
Okay.
Because they see that we are trying, we are not, like we are trying aisa.
Okay. It is interesting if people don't feel offended. There are people who feel offended of the language that I've seen. Nice. Or any food that you want to try that you have never tried. Something exceptional you like
right now. Baklava. So I've seen a lot of videos of baklava, but I've never tried it. So.
What kind of dish?
So it's very flaky dessert. I think it's Lebanese. Yeah.
Lebanese. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to try that?
I want to try that.
यहाँ पे मिलता है?
यहाँ पे नहीं शायद मिलता.
Any Lebanese restaurant or?
मैंने कहीं देखा नहीं है. I have to search. अगर होगा तो it's a good thing. नहीं.
No.
नहीं मिल रहा.
So it's a desert.
It's a desert. It's a flaky desert. I have not tried it, so I can't tell you कैसे taste
You
करता
have
है.
heard about
Yeah.
a lot and seen
Yeah.
videos about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, whenever I say ना कि मैं करने वाली हूँ, मैं होता नहीं है. Since for example South Korea का ट्रिप मैं कब से बोल रही हूँ 3-4 साल, but then you know कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ हो ही रही है. Like pandemic आ रहा है, फिर अलग से दूसरी वेव आ रही है.
Okay.
Then yeah, now I think is a good time, and now I think I'm also very responsible that I can go alone. That is my planned solo trip.
That's a good thing. That you should travel alone.
You also travel solo.
Yes.
Yeah. Where have you been? Like, which other one destination that you would recommend me? Like, I should go somewhere.
You?
Yeah.
Like if you want to go in Europe, you can visit Ireland, of course, which I have explored.
Okay.
Because Ireland is a very underrated country. To be very honest.
Okay.
The places like you talked about climbing and trekking and mountains. No?
Yeah.
You will get a lot of treks and cliffs. Famous cliffs and lot of like it will take you like 3 hours to climb.
Okay. Are they like difficult to climb or?
There are levels.
Oh, okay.
Which the toughest that I have done is took me 3 hours
Okay.
from top. So level 1, level 2 and level 3. So there were stops where I can eat and I can relax
Okay.
and then I can go back.
Okay.
Again and go back. So it's called the Fairy Castle, Ticknock.
Okay.
Okay, उसका vlog भी डाला है मैंने.
Oh, nice.
So when I reached at the top, so आजू बाजू पूरा clouds. Like cloud is going in front of my eyes. So I was at that top, and there were roads to go to other mountain side.
Okay.
Very narrow. And the view was like breathtaking. Like मेरे सामने clouds आ रहा है, बारिश गिर रहा है. I'm like,
oh wow.
ये क्या चल रहा है? I mean, I'm at so top कि यार I'm seeing the cloud going in front of my eyes.
3 hours का climb
3 hours
के
का
बाद.
climb.
Wow.
Definitely.
Worth it.
Very worth it. Then there was a drone shot. Like my friend got a
Achha.
drone, so that was also worth it. Looking at them, there is no castle there, but there are rocks built in that situation. It's called as a fairy castle thing.
अच्छा.
I'll recommend Ireland because one more thing that people don't know about it, okay? And people think it's coming from other country. Now Halloween. Where do you think Halloween is coming from? US.
Yes.
Yes.
I would believe so.
But Halloween is originated from Ireland,
अच्छा.
which people don't know about it.
So why is it not very popular? Like because maybe it's very everybody is looking at US right now.
The thing
so
is,
that's why.
in the past, Irish people have traveled to US
Okay.
and they have settled there. So वहाँ का tradition यहाँ पे लेके आए. So it's little bit more in the US.
Okay.
Okay. वहाँ पे Halloween is, but the origin is from Ireland. I was shocked to know this. I was like, how is this possible? So when I researched it, it's there. It is originated from this.
What is the story behind this?
Story तो even मुझे भी इतना नहीं पता. Proper I have to research, but इतना मुझे पता है कि it is
originated from Ireland. Okay.
You love like climbing and.
I love beaches. I love mountains. I sometimes I feel scared of very difficult treks where it's 80-degree climb and but that time I feel like why am I doing this? But then when you get on the top, you see the view and then you feel like it's worth it.
If I talk about the education part and the professional part, it's good.
Okay.
But people don't know about the natural side of this country, which I was shocked to know. It's a very small country.
Even I did not know until you told me now.
It's a very small country, but I would recommend you to go someday.
I would. I want to. I want to cover almost every part of the world, but I don't know if I'm ready to go alone, solo travel. And साथ में चलने के लिए it's very rare to find proper travel companions. So yeah, I think solo trips are better, but they are sometimes scary, especially. When you come from Indian family, there are things that you get to hear that अरे ये ऐसे होता है वैसे होता है. Then you also give it a second thought कि should I?
No.
Yeah.
Talking about a startup that is short,
Mm-hmm.
for something called as
Taste
food
theory.
taste theory.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me about it.
So it's actually my dad's recipe. So we make vegan laddus. Those laddus are actually dry fruits and dates ka laddus.
You're not vegan.
I am not vegan. Nobody is in my house
how is
vegan.
this working?
So it's one of the quality of laddus which we want people to know about, because what we see, vegan market काफी overpriced है. To be honest, even if I want to switch, I'll be spending like 2 times more money what I spend normally on my regular food, regular milk, like
so
almond milk.
Food is much expensive than the
Yes,
regular
it is. So if you go to buy almond milk, of course almonds are expensive. If you go to buy some other milk, oat milk, it is pricier because the market is low. They want, that is what I'm like. This is my justification. कि market छोटा है, so the brands are trying to compensate so that they charge a little more and then they can cover their margin. But because for as other type of local milk जो है, it's way cheaper. Like the normal cow milk is not local milk, but cow milk is way cheaper than oats milk or almond milk. So the quality of these laddus is that they are vegan, they are pocket friendly, and they are handmade. So we are not vegans, but somebody who is vegan can also enjoy this because they are made with clean hands. The station is very clean, and it's just one of the properties. Yeah. And we only sell one product, which is dates and dry fruit laddu.
So when did you start this?
We started, I think, 1 year ago.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
So people who want to like are interested in buying the vegan products,
Yeah.
definitely contact Vritti. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
So vegan, not vegan, you can still have it. Like it is covering all the segments this way.
Now, you are making vegan products, okay? And you are a vegetarian.
Non-vegetarian.
How does that match up?
How does it justify?
Yes.
So as I said, see, since very beginning, like when I was young, we have been eating meat, and everybody in my family has. So it is something that we enjoy, and I mean we eat, and there's no justifications. I know that I tried to turn vegan actually, but I couldn't because there's so much around. Like you can't. I mean, I can't have my coffee without milk or with almond milk because I don't have that palate yet. Someday I will, and I try.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No, I'm not lactose intolerant. But when you put almond milk or oats milk, the coffee will taste little different.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the aftertaste is very different for normal creamy coffee, milk ka coffee, and then oats ka coffee. So, you don't enjoy. As a non-vegetarian, if you switch directly to veganism, you can't enjoy it. But if you go from non-vegetarian to vegetarian and then to vegan, then I think it's possible. But I also do food blogging. I can't, like, I have non-vegetarian food, and sometimes when we go to a restaurant, they serve that. And
so have you recommended any vegan food to people, or any other restaurants, or any vegan restaurant that you have explored?
I know restaurants, but they are not purely vegan restaurants.
Or cafes?
Yeah, in Vasai there is Cafe 702. They have vegan options on their menu. But there are other cafes also, but they also serve chicken. They also serve other types of meat and milk products. So not every restaurant is vegan. I mean, there might be some, but I have not visited those yet.
Any food place from Vasai you want to recommend to people?
Oh God, there are plenty. So I would see whenever if you see on my page, it's a recommendation page. We don't talk negative about a place, because if the place is negative, we don't talk about it at all. And if it's bad, so we don't talk about it on the page, because maybe they might have had one bad incident, one bad day, and unfortunately it was with me or somebody. So अगर मैं बुरा review डालती हूँ,
impact पड़ता है.
हाँ, imagine you worked hard for a brand, for your brand. It's your baby. You bought raw products. You started a restaurant. You did interiors, cafe अच्छा किया, and then a blogger is coming and then putting a bad review. So that one wrong thing can impact somebody else's lifetime's worth of efforts. So that's why we don't put negative reviews, and whatever you see on my page, that is something I recommend. So there's no one restaurant, there's everything on my page that I recommend.
But any one of your favorite places that you always visit or you love to visit?
It depends on the mood. Like मेरा मन क्या कर रहा है. If I want to go and work, I'll either go to Big Little Bombay or Cafe 702. If I want to have a good Irish coffee, I'll go to Maria's. So yeah,
I need to try the Irish coffee. Then.
You have?
I
need to.
have to.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. Like since you have had.
I will understand the difference because I have. Like,
yeah. It fits my
tasted.
palate. It's very icy and sweet and
because
nice.
I have tasted the authentic Irish coffee in Ireland, and यहाँ पे I need to understand.
So Irish coffee, of course, the one you might have had must be warm. So this is frappe, you can say more of. Like it's cold coffee, Irish cold coffee.
Cold coffee.
Yeah. So it's more of like a frappe. Yeah. If you want authentic Irish coffee, then Cafe 702.
Any funny incident while vlogging or food?
Like we don't joke a lot while we are on camera or something while we are
while
shooting.
you're vlogging, कोई आया नहीं, he's looking
Oh
at the
yeah,
camera
plenty
or
of times. It happens
like,
almost.
"Hi," करके.
Yeah, it happens almost every time when we are on the road and we are shooting. So people, who are walking, just they'll just look in the camera and then they're like, what is happening and ye wo. So that it happens almost.
So they come and ask you कि क्या चल रहा है?
हाँ, so I was shooting once in Madhuban, Vasai East में है. So एक बंदा ऐसे सामने से I'm talking, उसके बीच में ही आके पूछ रहा है आप यूट्यूबर हो, which is very sweet, but yeah, so that happened once.
So
and
you
then
were recording and he came in.
हाँ, so मैं उसको बीच में बोल रहा हूँ yes मेरा ये channel है, like we had to we stopped because I would obviously respect a person who's there rather than a camera where I'm. So yeah.
Now, apart from travel and food, what is the other thing that you really wanted to do in life?
I actually want to start my t-shirt line, which I'm also working on right now.
Okay.
So it will be unique designs for food and travel enthusiasts.
Any name you have thought of?
So it's gonna be by vrittikhawani only for now.
Okay.
So we are working on few designs, and once we see how is the response, and if it's good, then
So for both men and women.
Men, women, both, and they're gonna be very basic, simple t-shirts, black and white mein.
Okay.
So yeah, it's easy to choose.
It's nice. You want to start your own clothing brand.
Yeah, t-shirt line. Yeah.
Okay, so once I come back from Ireland, I will be a model for it. I hope.
I would. Yeah, it will be great. And there's this one perfect t-shirt I think you will like. There's one design we are very excited about.
Okay.
So I think that'll fit you.
How was your life like before doing all this thing and now? What is the change that you have seen all these years?
Earlier it was boring. It was something like I had to do so that I could make money. It is something I did not enjoy. After this, after doing what I'm doing right now, it has become interesting. It has become challenging. I in fact work more hours than I used to. Earlier it was just 10 to 6. That's it. Uske baad na koi call, na koi kaam. Still I was not fulfilled. But now I'm working like 24/7. Not actually. I also take breaks. That is something that is very important. But I work extra hours, but I still do not feel it. I don't feel like बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर लिया मैंने. I should stop. There's a flow. There's a state of flow in this work. Yeah.
So you're enjoying a lot.
Yeah, it's very interesting now. Earlier it was boring.
And you want to make it more.
Yeah, I do want to grow, definitely. I want to make my page as a go-to page for all food and travel enthusiasts to find out.
Recommend a lot of things on your page.
Yeah. We are working on. We also have a website, but वो थोड़ा dead चल रहा है आजकल because I don't have a lot of hands to help. Like it's just me and my partner, so she does all sales and other client servicing thing. But my part is to create content, think about content, produce it as a. So yeah.
Any upcoming projects?
We are working on plenty of videos. In fact, as I said, every day we post one new video. So, कुछ ना कुछ नया.
Any exciting or any unique project that you're working apart from clothing brand that you said?
अच्छा, that
it's a very unique thing to get.
Not clothing. As such, no. Right now, there's this one. Like we want to also work on having local flea markets, but that is still not concrete yet. So once that is there, I'll talk about it. But abhi ke liye, it's just these 3 things in my kitty.
How are you an extrovert or introvert? I would like to ask you.
Right now, like past few years, I've been an extrovert. Before that, I was a major introvert. So I would not take photos, I would not talk to people, I would never be the first one to open my mouth.
Okay.
Now it is totally opposite, and that I think is because I don't know, it was like I was in second year or first year of my senior college, and I did this promotional event. So you know, you get hired as a freelancer, and you are a promoter. So you go to people on the street, tell them about the brand that you're working for, and then you know, just give them a sample or make them do something. So I remember we worked for this Dil Dosti Dance season 2. So they had this dancing like they had this dance truck where we would go and approach people, make them, you know, convince them to dance in the truck. Like there's a truck where they teach, and you just follow the steps. That's it. In that you get lot of rejections. A lot of people treat you like you are, you know, asking them like this is, you know, जो brochures देते हैं या कोई credit card sell करते हैं, the people how they treat them. So you get that treatment. So now I sympathize. So because of that, my introvert वाला जो borders था वो चला गया, because you can't be an introvert and approach people and talk to them and make them do things. You have to be fun, you have to be cheerful, you have to talk to them, and then I enjoyed it. So now it is, here it is.
Being an introvert is a very challenging topic to discuss on.
Yeah, it is.
There are people who were introvert and are still introvert. They want to change, but they are not able to change.
Okay. See, if they want to change, it's good. If they feel like they have to change to be accepted in society, it's not true.
When they try to change, they get something. They get something negative from front, that they again back out. कि नहीं करना है, कुछ like that. So, how to like change from being introvert to extrovert? What is the one thing that
get a job where your role is to be an extrovert, and then your boss will make sure that you do that, or else you get fired. So yeah, that is what worked for me. My job was to, you know, go to people, talk to them, laugh with them, get them to dance, and after that I did many other such events for real estate, and you know.
But were you scared at that moment where you thought, okay, I am changing myself from...
Oh yes, I even cried at times. Like we would take washroom breaks and I would cry there because it was so insulting, because people just don't even, they are just talking and then you approach like, sorry to interrupt you, but they're like they're like rude. That very rude. And it's, I think there's basic humanity, like you at least say that no, I'm sorry, we can't do this. You just ignore and you walk away, and then I'm just standing there with my brochure.
So this triggered you कि यार बहुत मुझे सुनने मिल रहा है.
It was I don't remember them, I don't remember who they were, but I remember the feeling of being insulted, of feeling low, of feeling like, you know, I'm not there yet where I am in the situation and I can do something different. Like for example, if somebody comes to me and I can talk to them properly, aisa. I don't know if it's confusing, but it made me feel small. That's why.
Okay. कभी तेरे लाइफ में ऐसा है कि ऐसा थॉट आया कभी ड्यू टू एनी XYZ रीजन कि यार नहीं यार, एनी सुसाइडल थॉट्स और
नॉट एज लाइक, हाँ, घर से भाग जाने का वो तो बचपन में, मतलब बचपन एज नहीं, टीनेज में सभी का आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट होता है कि मम्मी पापा ने पार्टी में जाने नहीं दिया, चलो भाग जाते हैं, वी लिव अलोन. सो ऐसे है, मतलब या दैट इज़ देयर, बट that is also like for a moment, and next morning everything is like normal, because mom dad after all are looking after you. But वो time पे we do not know ना कि ये हमारे फायदे के लिए है. So
just talking about societal things and very sensitive things is very deep, and it's a
मेरा एक ये है, it is very deep and very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Honestly, it's a tragic thing that is happening, because I think you know why it is. This is my theory that in India we don't have this thing called therapy. It is considered as taboo. So you know, when you know that you know you're getting such thoughts, it's very best to talk to a person who is a professional psychologist who will, you know, talk to you, understand you without any judgment. Because when you talk to your family, you can't talk about such things to your family. Never. Not even your siblings, nobody, even your friends, they will be like, कुछ नहीं यार, ऐसे ही कोई ना, सब ठीक है, look at the brighter side, ये वो. But at that time you can't look at the brighter side because you tried and it did not work for you. So that time we need professional help, and India में it's very rare, and people feel it's a taboo कि you know वहाँ पे गए हो मतलब इसका दिमाग खराब है, ये है वो है, which is not true. Everybody needs one, like you know, therapy session for sure in a while. So I think that is one thing that made you, like even now you are looking back at your achievements and thinking ki you have achieved so much, there's so much more to conquer.
Like if I speak about it, I had just 2 dreams in my life. एक ड्रीम तो आई वॉज लाइक 98% आई वॉज क्लोज टू दैट ड्रीम. लाइक मैं सामने खड़ा हूँ, ड्रीम मेरे सामने है, एंड ऐसा अचानक से ना, लाइक ऐसा बोलते हैं ना कि द लैंड गॉट सेपरेटेड.
ओके.
आई वाज लाइक क्या हो गया. आई वाज अबाउट टू ओपन द ड्रीम डोर एंड आई वाज अबाउट टू अचीव द ड्रीम एंड द लैंड ओनली गॉट सेपरेटेड. ऐसा हुआ. And like I was very broken कि like ये ड्रीम खत्म हो तो मेरा दूसरा ड्रीम भी खत्म हो जाएगा क्योंकि it is lined.
Okay.
So I was like नहीं यार, फिर दोनों खत्म हो गए मेरा, like अभी क्या करना. So that was one of the lowest moment of my life which I saw, and then Ireland happened अचानक से.
Okay.
I've also seen one of your poster about your upcoming video.
Oh yeah,
to
this, dating a traveler,
food blogger, a traveler. Okay, something that you have never acted in a
I have, but that was like 4-5 years ago.
Okay.
And it was very cringy.
So how was this shoot?
This was better. I hope. I still have to see the video. It's going live tomorrow. So I hope अच्छा आया.
Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the link in the description.
Oh,
you can
how
go and
nice.
watch it. And even I want to watch it. What is the story behind this?
It is like a video sketch.
Okay.
It's nice. It's comedy. It's it has emotional moments. It's nice.
It's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited and nervous.
Also, one thing that taught me, this thing I had never learned in my life. Something that gave you a good lesson in your life doing that.
Making mistakes.
Huh?
Making mistakes, because once you make a mistake and it affects you, you pay for it, then you never make it again. So yeah, when you're going on your own, you'll make tons of mistakes and then you learn from them. So yeah, making mistakes taught me. ऐसे कोई mentor नहीं है अभी के लिए. Like if you don't count Curly Tales का experience, then apart from that, I don't have a mentor in this food and travel blogging field. So here you have to learn. You have to make mistakes and learn.
That's a good thing. People should learn from their mistakes.
Yeah. And make mistakes, because the more you make mistakes, the closer you get to your success. ऐसा है.
Today's quote.
Yeah. So like don't be pretentious. People will see through you because nobody else can be that. So
like you just give your name to the channel. Have you thought of giving a different name
no.
related to food and vlogging? Like
I did.
Like how I gave myself the Fit Wanderer. It was very difficult to give a name to my channel because I wanted to do fitness and travel. So I was like, naam kya do? Because there is already a flying beast. And like I can't copy that.
No. Yeah.
I can write flying. I am not a beast. Okay, he is a huge guy. So I won't call myself a flying.
I think you are also getting there. Why
getting
not?
there, but I can call it a flying beast. Flying, that's fine. Let's travel. But flying and that won't match. So it took me time on like something. A word which would come.
That is unique and that is you. That is good. Like
and
Fit Wanderer.
People loved it, and even I got positive vibes when I.
And you thought of that name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought of like the Fit Traveler, the strong traveler, the strong wanderer. A lot of names came in my mind. But at the end, I came with this name, and this name worked.
Yeah. And it's new, unique also.
Unique. So, any name you thought about, and you were like, name?
Not really. Like it was my personal page only, and I started like that. I mean, I have not thought of a name. Even if I do, I'll start a different vertical. I'll not merge my name with the brand, but I can start a different vertical and work on that. But this is gonna stay as it is.
So we got to hear a lot of few untold moments and untold stories from Vritti, and I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. And maybe there are people who got motivated from
I hope.
talk.
I tried.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And this is the first
podcast. I want to thank you because it was amazing. It was great talking, and we spoke a lot about a lot of topics actually. If you see, I enjoyed, and I also learned lot of new things from you about Ireland. So next time when I go there, like whenever I go there, I'll definitely remember, or maybe I'll get in touch with you before.
ऐसा लग रहा है कि वहाँ पे ही अपना collaborate हो जाएगा.
हाँ, why not someday?
It's like two Vasaikar vlogging in Ireland. That would be a different thing, a unique thing,
Yeah.
Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming to this first episode of my podcast. That is the Fit Wanderer Stories. It was lovely having you here, and even I got to learn new things, especially about vegan. That pani puri is a vegan. Okay,
that's one lesson we will take from this podcast.
Okay. And it was lovely hearing your story from your side, how you started and how your parents supported in your journey. It was amazing, and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for being such a great listener. And I really wish you very best. I'm looking forward to more podcasts from your page and vlogs from your page.
Thank you. So this is Anish, the Fit Wanderer, and thank you for watching the Fit Wanderer Stories. This is the episode 1 with Vrittikhawani. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.
Bye.